What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode 5 of Pickleball U, your favorite collegiate show because it's still the only one going 1 month strong as the only podcast right here. I'm your host Martin, and we got David Tab.
What's up, baby? Listen, I love that we're going strong. College pickleball is absolutely
Booming.
insane. I have never I didn't really recognize it at first. We started this show, we have a bunch of friends and that have played this, but watching the college pickleball scene now, crazy. And guess what? Right?
What?
Check this out. Over the course of networking, we have Timber. That is not my tripod falling over. That is the audition of one of the newest hopefuls of Pickleball U. Let's bring him in here.
We heard your comments. David's not that good of a co-host, so we're trying something else. Welcome to Timber Tucker.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Timber?
Well, I felt like we needed another old white guy on the podcast, so here we go.
Podcast special.
And just like that, folks, you know why we love Timber right now. We're excited not only just to have, somebody who is passionate about the sport and the growth. I mean, the wealth of knowledge that Timber has around college pickleball.
Unreal.
This is his tryout, okay? We record these things and then we post them. When we post this thing on Saturday, it is all guns a-blazing. We're going to put a poll out there. Should Timber stay? Yes or no? All right? And we're going to put it out there to the community. Do you want to keep David's bad jokes or somebody that knows what they're doing? And now's your time to show us what you got, Timber. So give us a little bit of background, Timber's worse than me, by the way. A short synopsis of who you are, how the heck we found you, and what you're doing in the college space, man.
Just a couple of years ago, it seems like 10 years ago, but just a couple of years ago, there was a guy at Indiana, a student that wanted to start a rec club, and I was part of the community in Bloomington. I was like, hey, let me help you out. And so we started a rec club, and then that was 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, he's like, did you know there's competitive college pickleball? I was like, no, but I know a couple of really good players on campus. Let's go. And so we went up, we won our first tournament up in Michigan. And I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I had a business and I was kind of bored with the business. I'm like, I'm selling my business and I'm going to devote an entire year into getting to know college pickleball. And so I just started getting to know folks. And next thing I know, a couple of companies were like, hey, we want you to help connect us to the college kids. And I'm an old man, but this seems to be the college crowd seems to be a crowd I really vibe with because I'm immature and probably maturity level I'm 19 at best. And so I just spent a year and I've had more fun. This is I decided, look, I can retire, but I'm only going to work jobs now if I'm having fun doing it. This is the most fun I've ever had. It's been a blast.
That's incredible, bud. All right, so we're looking forward to seeing what you bring to the table. Martin, what are we doing on this show? You prepped me really well, so I have no idea.
Of course. I always prep well. He doesn't read well. It's the classic. Well, I know all 50 of our loyal viewers were sad that an episode wasn't dropped last week. So we've got kind of a double header action going on. We're going to be going over 2 weeks ago, the NCPA in Virginia, the APP in Idaho. Then we'll touch on this past weekend's Worlds and the MLP Cup featuring that all-star college team. And then we'll go into this weekend's events. We got the APP in Arizona. We got NCPA Dallas. And we got the Performance Cup in Virginia. So that's what we got on this episode. Let's start it off going over that NCPA in Virginia a couple weeks. Well, let me bring
something out, though.
Go for it.
I want you guys to look at Martin's fresh haircut and beard. He could not stand the fact that I was looking better than him. So he decided to go get a freshie, and look at him go.
Thank you, guys. Yep. I do look good. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah. Let's get right into it, boys.
All right.
How do we – oh, there we go. That's the one. We got quarterfinals on. We got Virginia Tech taking down KSU right there. And we got UVA beating up on UVA 3, dispelling that rumor that the 3 and 2 teams are better than the 1. That theory is crumbling, David.
Wait, Timber. Timber had some insight into this. I'm going to let you rip here a little bit and kind of give the spectators what they're looking for out of you. You did text me and say that there's no actual thing about the 2s and the 1s, and there's something there, and it's not when they register?
No, it's typically, there's 3 tours. They all do something a little different. But one you guys were talking about, of course, the first episode I watched in prep for this was the one titled IU Goes Down. I was like, I gotta hear this.
I do make the titles, so I'm sorry for that.
Well, I mean, it was accurate. So you guys had talked about how Ohio State 2 actually won that event, and that was just a computer error. It was Ohio State 1 that won the event. Ohio State 2 played really well, but Ohio State 1, they just entered it wrong. Typically, like Jacob over at Duper, no matter what you put your team names in, he will go back and rename them based on Duper scores.
On Duper? Love that.
Yeah.
What a guy.
So
that's classic too, man, with a spreadsheet.
When Florida was having fun last year, they were putting in funny names, and then Jacob takes them all out and goes and makes them Florida 1, 2, 3, 4. So typically everybody is pretty ethical about it, and makes their top team the number 1 team. Now, so Utah Tech, I'm telling you, there's not a whole lot of difference between 1 and 2 in a typical week with Utah Tech. So you just never know. But teams do try to make their strongest teams number 1. It's not who you enter first or things like that.
I don't know about that Utah Tech thing. 1 is consistently smoking 2. I think there's a little gap there.
But remember, it's week to week. I mean,
true.
You might play.
Not getting tears.
Yeah. So, Mary, the event I was at a few weeks ago, Mary Monson was on Utah Tech 2, but I noticed that at Worlds she was on Utah Tech 1. So it's week to week on who's on which team.
Yeah, they're quite deep. Let's look at this first matchup I wanted to see was that Virginia Tech versus KSU. We'll bring up the scores right here.
Holy crap.
It goes 6 games, which is pretty good. But what I wanted to touch here is the legend that is Parth Modi. We got an up-and-coming star, not only in college pickleball, but in professional pickleball. Just to give you a heads up on how good this kid is and how young he is. 17 years old out of Georgia, already 5'5" plus in both types of divisions, doubles, singles. This guy's the real deal. You got any stories with him, Timber?
17 years old.
It was the first time I'd seen him play in person, and sometimes it's a little hard to tell when you look at the NCPA scores because there's no order. The order changes game to game. It's not like it's women's doubles first, then men's. But I will bet you money that if you go back and look at those scores, Kennesaw took 2 games. I bet you money they were both Parth's games.
Parth.
Yeah. And Kennesaw's a good team, but he really carries that team. I mean, they got other good players as well, but I paid attention to him because I hadn't seen him before. This kid can play.
He's good. Yeah, I saw him at PPA Challenger Orlando where he took down Anwar, who's actually playing with our friend Chris right now. Let's go, boys.
Let's go, boys.
He took down Anwar. He had a battle against Chuck Taylor. He's keeping up with these PPA signed players, and I can only imagine how good he's going to get. It's scary stuff. All these juniors are diabolically good.
Yep.
Too good. So let's go back to this bracket real quick. We have a fun anecdote coming up with this. We almost didn't want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it. We have an absolute monster battle. Virginia Tech against UVA 1, going all 7.
Why do they go all 7?
Well, the seventh is a dream breaker. So it was tied 3-3, and Noah does a kind of an interesting dream breaker that includes singles and doubles at the same time. And
Okay.
so yeah, I was courtside for that one. That was epic.
So yeah, a little birdie told me there was some rowdiness coming out of a certain student section.
I never forget the Virginia Beach minor league event that we had, and there was a college event happening, and Ben and them were there with Duper, and like it was pandemonium. Minor league was cool because like the club members were there. The college stop was absolutely insane.
UVA always travels well. They bring it's a lot of parents. They always travel well, and their crowd makes them a team that you kind of want to beat, and you really want to be. So I wish.
I love that. Yeah, like obviously it's respectful and things like that, but you know what it comes to mind is we need that guy. Remember that old security guard from like Thursday Night Pickleball from Jigsaw Health? We need that dude like running around the college. You're getting it. How do we get a hold of that guy? What was that guy's name? I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure people in the comments.
That's some OG stuff. Right there.
That's fun.
So yeah, after all was said and done, Virginia Tech went down. Oh no, they won it against Liberty. Whoopsies. We have a fun story with that featuring one of the Liberty players, Derek, who played his former team, Virginia Tech. He was fundamental in starting that club. We'll get more on that later.
He's actually going to be on the show.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's what later means. So, yeah, we got Virginia Tech winning that all, securing their bid as well as the other 8 teams here, securing their bids to nationals later in the year. Now, let's set up this past weekend's event, one of the biggest of the year. We had over 40 teams competing at Worlds.
Oh.
And you know what makes it Worlds? There was a team from India, all the way from India. David's going nose goes because he doesn't want to try pronouncing the names. I'm not going to try either. Timber is ducking down as well. But there you go. We have 4 really good players. If you know nothing about them, just with our brief research, the guys on this team, Vanchik is a 5'9" duper.
Bro.
A 5'9". The one girl was a 4'5", the other one was a 5'0", and then Vrushali was a 5'5" as well. Just absolutely crazy stuff. We'll go deeper into the bracket later, but we wanted to bring up one insanely epic match. Craziest scoreline probably in pickleball ever. I think maybe once MLP matched it, but here we go. We got in the group stage, we have Baylor, Utah State. These numbers are not fake. That match went 38-26. Timber heard from the coach over there. Can you touch on that?
So Paul Underwood coaches Baylor, really good guy. I'm going to say the first guy in college pickleball to have his home courts named after him. Cool. It's I think it's because he wrote a big check. I don't think they were honoring him or anything. But hey, whatever gets you there, man.
How big of a check do you think he wrote?
We'll have to have him on. We'll see if we can get it out of him. I know he's done very well in the restaurant business. So
6 figures? You think it was 6 figures?
I have no idea. He might have. I don't know if he wrote any check.
Tell us the numbers.
Yeah,
just like if it's like $500, I'm putting my name.
Yeah, but so he told me in that mixed match that they lost 38-36. Baylor had 8 match points and never closed the deal.
Oh.
They won the whole thing though. They did take it 3-1. You got to give them that. And Utah State's a good team.
Oh yeah, that's good. Good mental there.
Just like watching this and talking about that, right? Is Utah the gold standard of college pickleball right now.
Yeah. Yes. Everybody plays. It's
No hesitation, he says.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hang around in Utah and you just drive by the courts. They're always full. And here's the deal, as far as I'm concerned, college pickleball is all about the women. Most teams have pretty good guys, but it's the women that set you apart.
Yeah.
And Utah is so deep with women. Not just Utah Tech, not just Utah Valley. Utah's good. Southern Utah's good. Utah State's good. I tell you who's really good is BYU. Brigham Young is very good, but they're as the college won't let them play on Sundays, so they don't get to play. So they like when I was out for the NCPA out there, they played great on Saturday, and then they shook everybody's hand and went home because they can't play on Sunday.
Oh,
That's that used to happen with Callie Joe when she was good, but she hasn't hit another Sunday since in a while.
Well, just for reference, Sundays used to be 1-day draws, so it wasn't like she didn't make a championship Sunday. It was usually that was mixed doubles day or something crazy. So it was all the way through. You played the gold all the way through, and so she would have to basically bail on her partner and stuff like that. There were a couple championship Sundays. So, Callie, just remember it's Martin Michelson.
Whoa.
Martin Michelson. Callie's like the nicest person in the world.
She's great. She's great. It's all fun.
I don't even know her.
Yeah, we go back way back. So yeah, we had absolute battles.
I'm going to tell this Callie story, even though it has nothing to do with college pickleball.
I love it. Let's go.
So we're doing the DC MLP, right? And my job was the check-in desk. And Callie comes walking by, and I know who she is, right? And I was just like, hey, are you here to check in for the amateur event? Because we were checking in minor league. She didn't know what to do. She just kept walking right past me. She just kept walking like, what the hell's going on here, man? I did it to Anna Lee, too, and it was not pretty.
Yeah.
That's my Callie story.
Wonderful stuff, man, as always. So let's look at this little semifinals draw at the end of this Worlds event. We have some surprising stuff. Some people might say we got Wisconsin in there. Honestly, I wasn't super high on Wisconsin, but that's a good run for them all the way to the semis. They get taken down by Utah Tech. Utah Tech's looking just way too good in the college scene. Then we got GCU and India. What surprises me here is that men's doubles score. GCU might, in my eyes, have a top 5 men's doubles team in college, and they got absolutely smacked by these Indian dudes. They absolutely, the whole match wasn't even close.
Well,
go ahead.
If you look at the finals, it was the same way. I mean, Utah Tech men don't lose 21-13 in college pickleball, and they just got ripped. But Wisconsin, I know those kids. I'm going to say kids a lot, and I apologize in advance. They're adults, but to me, they're kids. So Wisconsin, first of all, you got to be 6'3" to be a man on Wisconsin. All their guys are huge, and they've come on strong, and they seem to have gotten over a couple of times last year. And this is repping their state, just like you would think Wisconsin would. They came out of a couple of events on Saturday night, like the number 2 seed or the number 3 seed. I know I think it was St. Louis last year, they came out the number 2 seed. So they're playing like Purdue 4 the next day because they're so highly seeded that they're playing a low Purdue seed, and they got waxed. And Purdue beat them. And that happened another time. And I realized, I think these Wisconsin kids are taking the Wisconsin State drinking pride to heart because they were looking a little rough. But they seem to have solved that problem because they played really well in the Columbus Regional last year, Duper. They played really well in the NCPA earlier this year. And I mean, my gosh, 3rd place in this event. That's awesome. They did great.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Is there anybody in college pickleball that you do not know, Timber?
Look, I am the most well-connected guy in pickleball who actually sucks at pickleball. So
no, you're looking at him, and I'm not talking about me.
What's Timber? What's your duper?
The best it ever was a 4-0. Right now it's way down because I never play pickleball anymore. It's probably a 3-5. But yeah.
He beat you.
I'm saying me and Timber team up, buddy, and go at it.
Let's go. Let's
go. Old Guy City.
I got to start playing more. I love to play, but my favorite part of pickleball is waiting to play pickleball, just hanging out and talking to people. So
we have kindred spirits here, bud.
Yeah. I think Sarah Carpenter, I was complaining about my duper to Sarah Carpenter, who came up with the algorithm.
Yep.
And she said, well, you may only be a 3-6, but you're a 6'3" talking about pickleball. So
love it.
I think Sarah has every comeback you can imagine because she gets nonstop peppered about duper ratings. Yep.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Just to throw in my UF fun fact bias of the day, they had the best match against the Indian doubles team. They lost 21-17. Highest score there. We're looking good. Shout out Christian and Maxwell right there. All right, let's go over this last thing quickly because Derek is on his way.
Let's go.
He's in the background waiting for his time to shine, but let's go over the MLP Cup real quick. We had the College All-Star team, which was Utah Tech, as we've mentioned many times. They were playing against their Pool 2, Florida Smash, and the California Black Bears. Let's get some scores in your face right here. It's not going to be too pretty, as we can see. There we go.
I'm going to throw one caveat here. I mean, this happened about like I thought it would. There is a difference, in the skill level. But two of the best college women in the country could not play in this event, even though they were in Dallas, because they were playing on their MLP teams. So
if they're on an MLP team and it's not MLP Cup, are they allowed to play in college?
Yeah. I mean, like Mevish Safdar plays for Indiana when she can, but she's so busy now that she can almost never play.
That's awesome. I've just been lying about that the whole time. That's awesome. That's sick.
Hey, there are no rules in college pickleball. I'm telling you.
Here we go. Wait, what time is it? All right, we're only 28 minutes in. We knew it was going to come up at some point. We were going to do an entire episode about the absolute craziness of the rules, man.
The Wild West.
A whole episode on that.
Here we go.
Hey,
yep.
Go ahead.
Nah, you go, Timber. Fire away.
Well, I was just going to say, the Kawamatos live about an hour north of me, and they go the other direction when they see me coming because all they get is recruited by, hey, it's time to go to grad school, ladies. You beat Annalie Waters and Anna Bright. Now you need to be playing college pickleball.
Oh, if they start playing college pickleball. Well, but I got to tell you, the money's not bad. If you are coming into your contract at the end of your PPA or UPA, whatever they call it, right, and you are not making money, entering into college doesn't sound like a bad gig because the sponsorships are there. I mean, Utah Tech is single-handedly funding all of their kids' college through winning and getting on podium stands, man.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely nuts. Yet they still get smoked by the Florida Smash. Let's go, Florida.
Shout out to fake Travis Rettenmeyer, who
Adam Harvey way better than Travis. Travis, sorry, man.
Remember MLP Cup or whatever the hell they called it at Beer City? The Florida Smash lost the game to FAU.
Yeah, FAU, they won. Florida Smash won men's 13-11. They almost went to Dreambreaker.
Yeah. But in this one, right? So talking the call back to earlier in the show is the juniors. Did you see that the juniors went to a Dreambreaker against Bay Area Breakers?
Yeah, no, they're nuts. Those kids are good. They are good.
Bro. So, it was good. Love seeing how much college activity was at Worlds. I mean, they had their own section. They had a whole tournament. Worlds definitely brings everything together. One question I had for you, Timber, that I don't know because I don't pay attention, is it was called Worlds, and you had India did well. There were some other countries there. Did they have to all go to the same college, or they just had to be college age, or just said, hey, please come play? What were the rules behind that?
So Hunter, from helped start the Utah Tech team, works for PPA now. He pretty much directed that, and he and I talked about it several times as they were trying to figure it out. I think it just came down to, can you put together a team from your country that's kind of college age? I don't think they all attended the same place. It was just a way to get them involved, and I think it was a great thing. I mean, it's already a world championship. I mean, the only problem with it is, like, Indiana wasn't there, Ohio State wasn't there. I'm not sure if Ryan played with JMU. Halloween is a huge holiday now on college campuses. Not like when I was a kid. Halloween is huge, and a lot of schools didn't show up just because they couldn't get their players to go on Halloween weekend.
Yeah, we had the privilege of doing the Florida versus Georgia line game because Florida football was playing Georgia football. If you get a chance to watch the All Florida Pickleball live stream, they did it was 1-1, line 2 for Florida 1, and then line 1 for Georgia 1. It was 1-1. We combined both teams and did a 45-point dream breaker to win $1,000. And at the end, the kid from Florida that put it away did a backflip. But it was strange because Florida didn't have their first true line. Half of them were Worlds. It was Halloween weekend. So we got a chance to see kind of some newer faces in the college space. But it was a ton of fun. And there were people wearing Georgia shirts and Florida shirts. And I hope that traditions that are in football continue into them.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The whole
Florida
time
is so deep.
Oh,
I've been around the Florida team a lot, and they are just deep. They have a lot of good players.
They do. They're not pretty players, but they do have good players.
That's crazy. But they could do backflips.
They can do backflips. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we finished going over these past 2 weekends. Let's head into this weekend's events, but let's start it off talking to one of the main man in these events with the Performance Cup. Let's bring in Derek. Derek, hopefully you're ready in the background and not doing anything weird.
Oh, hey, let's go.
Why'd you have to make it so weird?
Oh my
gosh.
That's what I do best, man. Looking good, dude. Looking good. So yeah. What's up, Derek? Tell us a quick about yourself.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me on. I guess a little bit about me. My name's Derek. I'm 23. I founded the Pickleball Club at Virginia Tech, I guess, like 3 years ago. And I graduated almost like right after I founded it, unfortunately. So I've been out of the college scene for about like 2 years, but now I'm taking master's classes at Liberty. So I've been able to get back into the college scene, and it's been awesome. And it's crazy. Like I founded the club at Tech, and now they just beat us last weekend at the NCPA Virginia. So it's like the club I left is now one of the top programs. I'd say probably top 10.
Because you left, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always ask the weird questions, as Martin likes to call it. But I know Tim or Martin definitely want to dig into you a little bit on the nuts and bolts of the club. My question is look, there are 3 pickleball tours right now. As one of the OGs and a guy that runs some huge college stuff, what does it mean to you, and what do you think about the fact of what the hell's going on in college pickleball right now?
Yeah. Well, you said there's 3 tours, but I think there's definitely 2 big ones, and then there's a huge gap, and then there's the third one.
You don't get it doesn't happen that easy, my friend. What we do here on this show, because we are the #1 college pickleball show in the world, is you got who is lacking, brother?
Oh, I feel like the APP because, I mean, I just heard they've been hosting regionals last weekend, the weekend before, and they haven't been getting that many people. There's been complaints like for nationals and all the other regionals. And
listen, I love that you called them out. We're gonna put a little call out. Dominic Catalano, You got to answer your phone there, big boy, because I remember when you were teaching $40 lessons at Veteran Park. So you can pick up your phone. Let's get you on the pod here because I definitely want to hear what's going on with APP. There we go, baby. Derek, I appreciate you being so candid, man. Like, that's not his style. So I want to hear what's going on with that. What has happened to make them fall so far behind?
I mean, it's not really that. It's just really Duper and NCPA are just so far ahead, and they've just done so many great things the past couple of years that I think APP just, they've been there, but they haven't been like NCPA and Duper level.
That's a good save. I like that.
Yeah.
That's PR training. That was good.
Well, and I've been pretty hard on the APP, but their biggest problem was I thought they didn't have the people that were running it are great people, but it wasn't their only job. They're trying to do other things and run that, and it just was kind of a mess. And now that they got Dominic, I feel like they got a chance to make up some ground. So we'll see. I mean, I like it. They made some changes this year that I already like. I mean, they were trying to run, Derek remembers, they were trying to run their tournaments on Friday and Saturday, which we told them it was going to be a nightmare, and it was. But now they've shifted to a more traditional Saturday, Sunday. So we're going to be in Kansas City in a couple of weeks at IU, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to go.
Love that. We got Coach Timber with the news there. We had Timber told us something that hopefully is true, or else I'll look dumb. Do you play mixed with your wife on the Liberty team?
Yes, I do.
Ooh, so how do you manage that? And are you guys still gonna stay together through the season?
Yeah. If you watch the NCPA live stream, Dylan made some jokes about it, like how we're gonna need marriage counseling. But seeing as we've only lost one game together in collegiate pickleball, there hasn't been many things to argue about.
How bad did you play in that game?
In the one I lost?
Yeah.
Pretty bad. We were playing High Point, and they have this tall guy who just, like, men's doubles, he's pretty good, like a 4 or 5 level player, but mixed doubles, he takes over, and he's like the best player you've ever seen.
Oh, like Wisconsin?
So,
Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
So you also need to know that it's just from a marriage standpoint, Derek way outkicked his coverage. Okay. So he's got to be super nice to her all the time because he way outkicked his coverage.
He's just
I gotta
happy
agree
to
with
be
that.
there. He's just happy to be there. I love that. That's the dream,
Yeah.
man. That's really is the dream. So
Were
enough.
you prepared at all for this? Like, were you warned that this is what the show is going to be like?
No, not at all.
I gave him the softball questions. He asked me, "Oh, what questions?" I was like, "Oh, how was Virginia Tech?"
And then I light it up. This is
Yeah.
great, man. This is great.
Well, let's go to your tournament director side of things. How'd you come up with this like performance cup? How'd you get that started and grown it to what it is today?
So I guess when I started playing, tournaments were kind of a rare thing. You really only had Duper regionals, Duper nationals. The other two tours weren't starting out yet, so I thought of a good idea. Performance Pickleball was a facility that was just starting out in Richmond. So right after I graduated, I started talking to all the contacts I made through being president of the club, and just got people together. I think we had about 120 players in the spring of 2024. So that really kicked it off. And then after how successful that was, I just kept going every semester, and it's just grown since then.
That's awesome, dude. So is that something you're still doing on your own, or are you teaming up with one of the tours with Duper, NCPA? Or is there any connections there, or is it still just a solo thing?
Well, it's pretty much solo. I have help like tournament day, but I do all the planning and communication and, preparing like the bracket and the challenger brackets. But I guess you could say it's kind of partnered with Duper because we do give out Duper bids, and it's
Ooh.
technically a campus regional,
Oh,
which honestly, I think Duper started campus regionals because of what I was
because of
doing.
you?
Yeah.
Let's
Because-
go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting
makes
120 and then 150 players together and outdoing most Duper regionals, and it makes sense to like give bids to
Let's go. That's awesome. How many?
You have Timber does a lot of this work too, and we have a lot of fun, but we like the community side of things, and we do a lot of charity work, and through our fun stuff, we do a lot of impactful things. Timber actually helps colleges start their programs and guides them through that process. You had to do that on your own, so you kind of had that first to market type thing. But do you think that it's grown and your tournament grows because all those players know you have that background, you experience what they experience, and you care about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's probably the main reason is my connections I made through pickleball. And, now that this is the fifth one we've hosted that's coming up this weekend, people know what they're getting. They know who I am. They know all the hard work I put into starting the club at Tech. So I think that definitely has a lot to do with it.
I know Timber's got questions for you here, man. We'll let him get into it, but I'm going to give you a little shout out time. Where can we follow where the action's happening? Are you live streaming it? Is there a website we can go and watch kind of some of the matchups and things like that?
Yeah, the best place to go is the Performance Pickleball YouTube channel. We're actually going to have 6 courts live streamed the entire day.
Word.
Yeah, and then court 2, which is the championship court, that'll be commentated for the playoffs. So the quarterfinals, semis, and finals. We're getting John Laser, he's the CEO of Performance Pickleball.
Oh,
he's also done some of the Duper regionals he's commentated for. And David Beeger from UVA and
let's
Lorelei
go,
Sing Sing.
legend.
They're coming
because
they live.
Legends.
Yeah, they live in Richmond, so they're coming to help commentate. So.
All right, so this is Timber's tryout episode here, man. So we're gonna let him. We're gonna cast a vote out there for the community to see if he stays or not. So I'm gonna let him ask a couple questions here for you.
Well, so Derek, first of all, I know you're studying for your CPA license, right? Is that
yes? Yep.
So you were an accounting major as an undergrad?
I was actually finance, which is why I'm coming back to school to get more accounting credits so that I can take the CPA exam.
So you weren't a geography major. That's what I'm hearing.
No, I know where you're going with this.
So
I gotta be honest, I'm looking at the run of show right now going, how's your geography? And I'm like, what the hell question is that?
Well, so Derek was calling a Duper event or Duper regional. He was one of the broadcasters. There's 17 people watching or whatever because it was a couple of years ago, and he's talking about the upcoming All-Star match, and he's like, Mevish Safdar plays for Indiana. Will she play in the West? And I'm live texting him, Indiana is not in the West. And he goes, well, it's west of me. And I'm like, you're in Virginia. Everything's west of you. So I think he's finally learned, though, that he's kind of figured it out. But so, Mike, here's my question for you. You're playing and leading this event this weekend, right?
That's correct.
Oh, he's committing the cardinal sin, playing in your own tournament.
Yeah, it makes it hard. But here's my question, because I know my pick, because I've seen all these teams. Who wins the whole thing?
All right, that's a hard question because I mean, we're the number 2 seed. So like if I say anyone else, I'm kind of like going in with bad faith. But I guess you got to go Virginia Tech. I mean, it is the club I founded. They're the highest rated team. I'll just give it to them. And then, we're the underdog. So we're going to come in and beat them.
So you're my pick. Liberty's my pick for this event. I think it's an upset.
Let's go.
Looking at, we'll go. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What's interesting is it's the same team that Virginia Tech brought to the NCPA regional, except Evan is replacing Cody. So they're pretty close in skill. So I'd say, we have a chance to come back and beat them this time.
Are there any Utah teams?
Thankfully not.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll go over that there. They're going to Arizona. We'll check that up in a second. But yeah, so we were looking at the Florida teams. No, they're.
What do you do? What is this?
I know the teams, bro, dude. I know the teams. I have a question about the team
playing this thing.
So we were looking at the Timber so graciously got us the team list. We noticed JMU only had a 4.5 average duper. Does that mean Ryan Morneau is not playing, or is the rest of his team that bad?
It's the latter.
Oh my God. That's good stuff,
Which
man.
honestly good for us. So if we play them, like we have someone to target. But actually, they are getting better. So it used to be Ryan was the only good person at JMU, but their number 2 guy is a 4.9 duper.
Oh, there we go.
And
That if my math is correct, that means the girls are pretty low.
yeah, the girls are like 3.8. So,
Well,
but
that doesn't hurt you too much. That doesn't hurt you too much if you're JMU because, Ryan's playing singles even when he's playing doubles. So
right.
he covers a lot of court.
That he does.
Timber, you got any other questions for him?
Oh, other than So, what do you think will happen? Because just full disclosure, Derek and I talk college pickleball all the time. We're texting back and forth all the time, and with some other people around the country. What do you think is the next big change in college pickleball? What do you think we'll see that'll be kind of the next thing that's different than right now?
The next big change. I really think like there's going to be a governing body and like a unified tour. Because I just think everyone's like heading that direction. I think it's what's good for the sport. You know, like you see other sports leagues try to work out with multiple leagues, and it's not good because the best of the best aren't playing the best of the best. So I definitely see, a collegiate body coming together and making one tour.
So you think that the APP and Duber are going to work together?
Maybe not. Like I don't think they'll work together. I just think one of them may like drown out the other.
One of them's gonna win the tour war. We know APP is not his guess.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, Derek, thank you so much for hopping on, man. We appreciate your words and your insight on everything going on with you and Liberty, Virginia Tech. Absolute pleasure, man. Thank you.
What do you think of the show?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love this. Is this like an every week thing?
Yes, sir. As long as there's college pickleball. And be on the lookout. Timber and I are going to be boots on the ground in 2 weeks in Jacksonville. I don't know if you're going to that NCPA event, but we're going to try to be there in person, spreading the word, growing the channel, and hopefully bringing college pickleball to the eyes of anybody.
Well, like if I can add on to my last point,
go ahead.
When Timber asked what a big change coming, well, I think this could be the big change. Like this is something that like
clip that.
This is something that I've always wanted. Like starting out, you kind of ask where do I find information? Where do I go to see what's going on? And it's kind of hard. You got to go find a bunch of websites. Yep. But if everything's in one spot, like this podcast, I can just turn it on and then boom, I know College Cup in Richmond. You got the Arizona APP.
Yes, sir.
NCPA Texas.
Yep, coming
all in one weekend, so I know where to go.
Boom, yes, sir, dude. That was a great answer. You might be trying out on next episode if Timber fails.
And let me say this about that because I was already thinking that Derek is way too nice a guy to be on this podcast. There's no way. He is way too nice.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, man. And
thanks, Derek.
Hope you have an awesome day.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See you, Derek.
Later. I mean, that's so cool, guys. Like somebody like that coming on here. Obviously, the parting words, we told him he had to say that, so we appreciate that. But like, you're seeing somebody who was in at the grassroots, like Martin was too at the very beginning, and now they're a part of the bigger journey and still just giving back in great ways. Like, he has his partnerships. Well, and he's, Cardinal Sid playing in your own event, but it sounds like he just got enough support. He just wrangles everybody together. live streaming it, bringing that whole community into one for really good stuff, man. And it's grassroots, old school, because he's done it. That was really cool for me to hear. And I know you guys have relationships with him, man, but I love stuff like that.
And there's a group of people out there. So Derek and some other folks kind of his age that maybe are just now aging out of being able to play. I mean, we're on a big tech stream, and that's all we do. They care. They're like me. They care about college pickleball, even though their playing days are over. Weekly, 2-3 times a week, somebody's jumping on that text going, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And so they're giving back. And as we have more people age out, as the sport matures, you're going to find more and more people like that wanting to give back, even though their playing days are over.
I mean, we've talked about, like, I get text messages now going, "Hey, what about this?" And like for the college sport, there might be a good alumni battle coming up here in the next couple of years. That might be kind of fun.
Wait,
right?
Yes, sir. I can't play, dude. I'm probably bottom 5 UF, dude.
Right?
But that's cool, awesome. Man. Yeah, I didn't want to give him the satisfaction while he was here, but Derek is 1-0 against me. And yeah, it was brutal. It was really windy. My partner was bad. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, he beat me fair and square. He's a really good player, if you guys didn't notice that. Best of luck.
He's got insane hands.
Yeah.
Derek's got some of the fastest hands you'll see. He's very
definitely elite, and looking forward to that. But now let's head back to this weekend's events. We got the APP in Arizona. Let's look at the team list right here. We will add on to this because we had some last-second signups.
Of course, the JCL crew.
Once we saw this 2 days ago, we were like, "Oh, UC San Diego probably up there, probably going to win this thing. UCLA solid, Purdue's pretty good." But at the last possible second, an hour before signups closed, Utah Tech 1 through 4 sign up.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Listen, I am going to go out on a limb here, and I like the University of Hawaii.
At Manoa.
No. University of Hawaii at Manoa. They're newly formed. I think they just learned how to play pickleball probably like a month before this event.
No, that's so wrong.
That's so terrible.
These guys
are strong. They have, like, I love the show. I love the movie Moana, man.
Dude, you're terrible. Timber, if you want to add anything before this gets out of control.
Well, I'm going to tell you, they got some players. I mean, they hang out with Jaume in Hawaii. Hawaii's a big pickleball community. But the best thing about them is last year at Nationals, they brought me chocolate-covered macadamia nuts. So I'm all Hawaii all the time. I love that team.
Let's go.
Are you joining me in picking them to win this?
No.
So let's be honest. The real talking point here is: do any of these teams make the podium? What do you think, Timber?
Before it wasn't just Utah Tech that signed up at the last minute. I want to say, did I see Arizona on there too? Maybe.
Oh, ASU is a great team.
ASU. They got Nathan Tang. He's a player. He's back from injury. My dark horse was going to be Purdue. Purdue's top team is very good. They were going to be my pick for this. Kind of a little bit of a dark horse pick, but they can do it, and they've been playing well. At this point, it might be Utah Tech 1 versus Utah Tech 2 in the finals, depending on how the seeding goes. If they're on opposite sides of the bracket. UC San Diego also really strong. But there's some decent teams in there, but nobody really approaching. Tech's just very good right now. They're just really good.
Yeah, I don't think Utah Tech 1 hasn't lost an event this whole year.
Well, if you look at last weekend, the only game they dropped was men's versus India.
Yeah.
In the knockout round.
Yeah, no, they're playing some really good ball. We'll see if anybody could stop them at all. Probably would have to be one of these Florida teams. I'll be a little biased there, but there's Utah Tech. I'm going Utah Tech 1 against Utah Tech 3. That's my hot take. Utah Tech 1 against Utah Tech 3. But yeah, there's no shot they lose.
Hawaii all the way, baby. I was gonna take Purdue, but Hawaii all the way.
Like if Vegas was in on this, Utah Tech's at minus 5,000 to win the event. There.
So San Diego State, you guys already know this because we had this conversation the other day where you got all excited because I was talking about how awesome FIU is, and I actually meant FAU. Same thing here. San Diego, UC San Diego, solid. San Diego State is very good. And they have an excellent chance to be on the podium. So they could do well too. And Arizona State, good
stuff. Well, that's APP. We got our predictions in. Tab is going to be 0 for 9 on episode predictions. Best of luck to Hawaii, though. They do seem like great people. We don't have an official team list here, but let's transition into our last event of the weekend. We got the NCPA in Texas. What city is that in again, Timber?
It's just east of Dallas.
East of Dallas. We got, let me rattle off some team names here. We got Baylor, Creighton, DePaul, LSU, Texas A&M, Arkansas, UConn. And then we got some of the favorites that we'll talk about right here. TCU and Texas Tech. Oh, TCU's gone?
The red I put on the list is because TCU, Texas, Austin, and Air Force won't be there.
Air Force. That was David's
Air Force.
Pick. Oh my God, our picks are
pick, baby.
Well, they're gone. This guy can't even listen for a second, dude. They're not playing.
They're not playing.
This guy.
Listen, I didn't get to use my joke, which was going to be they can't be any good because my son's in the Air Force and he sucks at pickleball. So.
Yeah, dude, you're right. You're right. Derek would have been too nice for this show. Well, then, I'll switch my guess right here to Baylor.
Yep. One thing about this is always a problem in college pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like football where all the players are going to be there unless there's an injury. Coach Underwood told me that his top girls will be there, but his top guys won't. So Baylor would definitely be my pick with their top team was there, but without their best guys, I don't know.
Oof. Well, that's my pick. I'll lock that in. Tab, just throw out a school name that starts with Texas.
Well, Jack Monroe's not playing for Texas.
Nope.
Well, they're not playing at all. Texas and
I'm going to go with the team that's playing is going to win. I think that's a safe bet for me at this point because I'm like 0 for 2.
We might 0 for 6. Let's be. Come on.
Just in this round. I'm 0 for the century.
How about UConn? I'm gonna just give you UConn. That's all not right, even.
Listen, let's go.
That's not a bad
UConn
pick.
Traveling from the cold to the hot, they're gonna be nice and juicy.
That's not even a bad pick. Well, yeah, there we are finishing our picks. UConn, look it up, man. So we got our picks in for this weekend coming up. We're so happy to be able to provide all this information for you guys. We're having a blast doing it. We're welcoming Timber. We'll get that poll out. We'll see if this is his first and last time ever doing this. Hopefully not the last. I liked him. I say vote for Timber.
Well, Timber, I'm going to give you one final say. If you could put a plea out to the community to keep you on the show, now is your shot. Your final thoughts.
So I'm guessing that a lot of our fan base is our actual players. And if you're a college pickleball player, I've probably given you some freebie at some point. I want you to remember that I've probably given you a keychain or a paddle cover or a paddle. Just keep that in mind when you're voting.
I love that. That's one way to get the vote.
He's gonna fit so good, just private play.
I think he might win the vote. Thank you so much, guys, and check out our episode. Check out our Instagram at Pickleball U Show. keep you updated. We'll be putting more and more content out there, not just the podcast. We'll have live videos at events 2 weeks from now. Catch us at NCPA Jacksonville. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.